Peace, brothers and sisters in humanity. Anyway, we yesterday we talked about what is salat on that verse or in general, but some people are telling us that in the Quran only, right? They can come up with the physical salat, the physical up and down salat, yeah? They can get it from the Quran. And the first thing they said, there is iqamat al-salat, establishing the contact prayer, and there is sujood, and there is ruku', and there is read the Quran, and that's it. That's how you come up with physical prayer. So the first thing is to stand, isn't it? Yeah? And that word stand means iqamat al-salat, yeah? ويقيمون الصلاة أقيموا الصلاة أقم, the word أقم, right? You telling us the word أقم is standing. Right. When we disagree about things, right, we should take it back to Allah and His Messenger, right? So Allah's Messenger is the Quran itself, because we can't go back to the Prophet Muhammad because he died. So his Messenger will be the Quran itself, all right? So we're going to go to the Quran, get the verses that talk about aqim or iqama or yuqim. I don't want to say exactly the translation now, okay? We get it together. We get it together from the Quran. I'm not even going to put any ideas through your head, yeah? I'm not going to give you my opinion or what I think or whatever. I'm just going to give you verses from the Quran and you will come up with an understanding by yourself, right? By yourself. All right. The first chapter we're going to go to is Ashura, chapter 42, ayah 13, proof 13. شرع لكم من الدين ما وصى به نوحا والذي أوحينا إليك وما وصينا به إبراهيم وموسى وعيسى أن أقيموا الدين okay? ولا تتفرقوا فيه كبر على المشركين ما تدعوهم إليه الله يجتبي إليه من يشاء ويهدي إليه من ينيب. So in this verse in Arabic there is أقيموا الدين, okay? أقيموا الصلاة, this one is أقيموا الدين, okay? So in English, He decreed for you the same deen, which is law, yeah? Decreed for Noah, and what we inspired to you, and what we decreed for Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. You shall. If I use their translation, that'd be contact deen, you know, established contact deen, you know. But the proper translation of the word is to uphold, yeah, to uphold this one deen, okay, and do not divide it. The idol worshippers will greatly resent what you invite them to do. Allah redeems to Himself whomever He wills. He guides to Himself only those who totally submit. So, Aqimuddin here, you can't say, you really can't, if you translate Aqimus Salat, right, as established contact prayer, so here, right, it will have to be established the contact deen. It has to be, according to you, because, and I'm going to come to that. I'm going to give you more verses, and you judge for yourself, right? You judge for yourself. So, it's to uphold the deen. Uphold, that means implement, follow, respect, submit to it, however you want, yeah? All right. Next verse is Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5, ayah 66. ولو أنهم أقاموا التوراة والإنجيل وما أنزل إليهم من ربهم لأكلوا من فوقهم ومن تحت أرجلهم منهم مقتصدة وكثير منهم ساء ما يعملون. See here, there is أقاموا التوراة. أقاموا التوراة, right? Torah, right? You can't say establish the contact Torah and establish the contact Injil. It does not work, does it? Okay. So let's read it in English. If only they would uphold the Torah and the Injil and what is sent down to them, herein from their Lord, they would showered with blessings from above them and from beneath their feet. Some of them are righteous, but many of them are evildoers. See, aqamu Tawrat, right? It's not a prayer. It's not standing. It's to uphold the deen, to implement the deen. That's what it is. If they implemented the Torah and the Injil, right, or uphold the Torah and the Injil, God will shower them with blessings. Okay. Now, we go to the same chapter, Al-Ma'idah, chapter 5, ayah 68. قل يا أهل الكتاب لستم على شيء حتى تقيموا التوراة والإنجيل وما أنزل إليكم من ربكم. I didn't use the whole verse here, but it's not out of context. You can go back to it, you can read it. I just want to save a bit of time for the video not to be long. Okay, in English, say, O people of this scripture, you have no basis until you uphold the Torah and the Injil and what is sent down to you herein from your Lord. Okay, here it's the same thing. أقيموا التوراة وأقيموا الإنجيل, to uphold or implement, whatever you want to say, call it, the Torah and the Injil. Right? Okay, let's go to the last verse, which is the chapter 2, ayah 229, Al-Baqarah. الطلاق مرتان فإمساك بمعروف أو تسريح بإحسان ولا يحل لكم أن تأخذوا مما أتيتموهن شيئا إلا أن يخاف ألا يقيما, remember this word, يقيما, right? حدود الله. فإن خفتم ألا يقيم حدود الله فلا جناح عليهما فيما افتدت به تلك حدود الله فلا تعتدوها ومن يتعد حدود الله فأولئك هم الظالمون. Okay, let's go read it in English. Okay, divorce is twice. This said, all right, I don't want to go into translating too much because there's a lot of mistakes here, but I'm trying to do it to be clearer. Yeah, divorce is twice. The divorced women shall be allowed to live in the same home amicably, or leave it amicably. It is not lawful for the husband to take back anything he had given her. However, the couple may fear they may not uphold Allah's limit. Okay? Uphold Allah's limit. Okay. Just keep reading and you understand what the word uphold means. If there is fear that they can't uphold Allah's limit, they commit no error if the wife gives back whatever she chooses. These are Allah's limit. So Allah described now what is His limits. Okay? He just described it, yeah? Do not transgress them. And do not transgress them. So this is Allah's limit. They were scared to be not to uphold them. And God said not to transgress against them. So upholding something, the opposite of it is to transgress, not to uphold it. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. So, all these verses, yeah? I mean, there's a couple that they're not very, I don't want the video to be too long, but you can go back to them. One of them is about the story of Moses when he found that wall. He was about to, come down, so he fixed it back on, yeah? And the other one is about, وَلُّوا وُجُوهَكُمْ لِلَّهِ. So it's nothing to do, like face your face, yeah, that's nothing to do with what we're talking about, but you can look at them if you want, so you can come up with other ideas. It's up to you. But here, okay, here, the word aqama is nothing to, that has got anything to do with standing. Really, I mean, I just gave you all the verses that have something next to it. Do you understand? Like aqimu salat, aqimu tawrat, aqimu al-injil, aqim hududullah. Do you know what I mean? It's to uphold. It's the same with aqimu salat. To uphold the Quran itself. to implement the laws inside it, to implement whatever is in the Quran, right? All the wasaya, and all the commandments, right? To uphold them. That's all it is. That's what iqamat as-salat is. There's no standing here. So for someone to come up and say, "Oh, there is standing," there's no way standing. Aqimu salat. There's nothing standing about it. There's nothing. Aqim is not. It's not standing. It's not standing before you do the prayer. See, this is what the first thing we're going to go. They're going to go with, right? We're going to go from aqim, right, which is them being standing, right, before you do a prayer. So here, aqim is nothing to do with standing. And then we go to sujud, we go to ruku', we do whatever they came up with, right? We're going to go through the Quran, get the verses, and find out what that word exactly means in the Quran as a unit. And then we prove that way. We prove. I mean, if they can prove their way, well, I'm still waiting. Please send me a video how they come up with it. Because the first thing they actually claim to be standing is not standing. So if the beginning is wrong, so everything else is wrong. They have no leg to stand on. Absolutely no leg to stand on. Unless they just can't let go. They can't let go of the Sunnism. And trying to explain the Quran the way they want to, not like the Quran needs to be explained. Do you understand? Not explained, just basically proven by verses. That's all. You don't need to. I didn't even need to explain here. Just, do you know what I mean? I didn't really need to explain. If only the translation can, Arabic and English, you know what I mean, like for word for word, exactly, yeah. I mean, even though this translation is good enough to understand what the word aqim is. I don't know, but they said we have standing and we have this. I don't know where they get it from. By the way, I like the gold microphone and the gold things on the side and the stick in his mouth. I really like it. I love it. Alright, guys. Alright, I've got you to tell me, to criticize me, I've got you to criticize me, right? When it comes to the Quran, because we all have the same book, right? So please criticize. Right? Please criticize and tell me where I've gone wrong. If I got anything wrong, obviously, you know what I mean? But don't come up to me with silly things. It's really tiring. It's really hard work doing this. It really is hard work, and it's a big responsibility. So don't give me any more shit, honestly. You know what I mean? And someone said, don't say crap, don't say shit. I can say shit, I can say crap. Do you know what I mean? There is in the Quran, it's the shit. We all know what crap is, isn't it? Anyway, that's all, guys. All right, peace out, mate.